I think what I want to get across most is like, yes, I'm grieving, but I do still want to talk about my baby. And I think people forget that people don't want to make you uncomfortable, and they're like, oh, like he died, so we can't say that. And that word even makes people uncomfortable. People don't like to say like he died, but he did. He died.
I do have like a lot of nerves right now.
Yeah.
Like it's all happening right now.
It's a day
today.
you talk about your whole life.
Yeah, and I want to make sure like everyone has fun.
You will.
But I'm also a little nervous just with everyone being in the same space again. You're gonna be nice.
Yeah. That was a clip of Madisson Hausburg getting ready for her big day, her wedding, which fans will see on the season finale of Siesta Key this week. Joining us now is the newlywed herself, Madisson. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
You know, we just showed a clip of you getting ready for your big day.
It was
are
so beautiful.
You are 7 months into marriage. What would you say your favorite thing is about newlywed life with your sweet husband?
Just like leaning on each other for the hard stuff. It's been so amazing just having a partner there.
What do you remember most about that day with you two?
Oh, just having our families together. That was huge because they hadn't met before the wedding.
Wow. Did it feel like a full circle moment having the cameras there? Because of course, your husband Ish is a producer on the show, and now the cameras are there to capture the biggest moment in your love story.
It's cool because the camera crew is also, it is so much part of our story, and like he knows all of them. Like he's worked with them, like he's worked on other shows with them.
You know, one thing that I love about your love story is the age gap. My parents are 20 years apart.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Now, do people still have something to say about you and Ish being 20 years apart?
They do, but most people have come around.
Okay.
Most people have come around. So, I mean, certainly not my friends. My friends are all like, oh yeah, no, this totally makes sense now.
Now, obviously, this season finale is a joyous episode, seeing the wedding, but it is also very heart-wrenching with you sharing the story of losing your sweet baby boy.
It just felt like the whole world just like stopped. I just was so unprepared. This past 5 months have been such a blur for me. I don't know, it's gonna be hard for sure. It'll be tough.
I know it's a loaded question, but
Please.
how are you doing, both mentally and also physically?
Thank you for asking. It's been really hard. It's been really hard, and I don't feel like people say, you know, it'll get easier. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I've talked to a lot of lost moms, and really other lost moms have really saved me. And so I hope to be able to be that for someone else. I hope someone sees my story and, you know, thinks, okay, I'm not alone.
Where would you say you are in the grieving process?
It's up and down. I have good days and bad days. I think what I want to get across most is like, yes, I'm grieving, but I do still want to talk about my baby. And I think people forget that people don't want to make you uncomfortable, and they're like, oh, like he died, so we can't say that. And that word even makes people uncomfortable. People don't like to say like he died, but he did. He died. And to me, that also means he lived. And so I really, I want to get across that just because, yes, it makes me really sad talking about Elliott, it also makes me really happy. Like, I want to talk about how cute his nose was. Like, I want to talk about the color of his hair. Like, every other mom gets to talk about those things. And like, those things make me happy. Like, yes, I'm crying, but like, those things are also really wonderful things. He's still my son. He's still my baby.
And how is your husband doing? I know he got a sweet little tattoo of your baby boy's handprint.
Yeah.
How is he doing in the grieving process?
He's doing really well. He's definitely being strong for me.
As husband and wife, how has that made your marriage stronger?
It's made it so much stronger, so much stronger. Just seeing the way he loves Elliott is also the most beautiful thing, because one thing I struggle with a lot is connecting with Elliott. Now that he's not physically here, and I've seen Ish connect with him in such a beautiful level that it like inspires me. You know, I do hope to have a living baby, but I know that Elliott will always be a part of my life, and he will affect the way I am a mother in the future as well. And so I do have hope, that I will have, we are trying to have a baby, another baby. And so I do have hope that I will have that in the future.
The trying process,
Tough.
how is that for you mentally to have to work through that, knowing what's on the other side, but still grieving in the moment that you're in?
It's really hard. It's really hard. We got pregnant with Elliott our first try, and it hasn't been the same this time around. They took us in and there was no heartbeat. It was the hardest moment of my life. They handed me him, and it was so perfect. So perfect.
What has the healing process been like for you physically?
A lot of people forget, if you don't bring a baby home, people don't think you're postpartum, You don't look like a mom to the rest of the world when you're in the grocery store without a baby. But it's hard. I have to, I still, I gained all the weight. I'm losing hair every day.
In between all of those feelings of the roller coaster of feelings, the sadness and maybe some anger there, you do still feel hope?
I do. Those days when I wake up and take a pregnancy test, it just kind of takes me all back to when I see the negative. Those are really tough days, and there are days when I feel utterly hopeless. But I have hope, and I think it really is the loss community that has helped me through this. Some wonderful, wonderful support groups. And just looking at Elliott's adorable face every day, it gets me through it. The baby loss community is huge, and they are incredible people. Right. They are really incredible, because we've all been through something that's unimaginable. And it's been really wonderful.
I feel like, when I heard your story too, it made me think of Chrissy Teigen as well, and her sharing your story and helping break the stigma of just the conversation around losing a baby. You guys really are helping so many other people.
We're pregnant.
And now, obviously, in this grieving process, do you know how you're going to approach Siesta Key another season?
As of right now, I would say I'm very open to talking. I'm in this position right now where I feel the need to talk about Elliott. And I don't know that will always be the case. There may be some point where I'm like, okay, now I just want it to be my story. He's just mine. I want to keep him to myself right now. But as of now, I really do want to shout it from the rooftops. I want to tell everyone, about him. I'm very proud of him.
That's amazing, and you are such a pillar of strength, and we appreciate your time and your open heart sharing your story, and I will keep you and your family in my prayers, and we'll be thinking about you. And in the meantime, fans can catch more of Madisson's story on the season finale of Siesta Key when it airs this Thursday.